Baby, I got a lot of things that I could say, but we'll have to save this. I mean, don't want to say too much, too fast, too early, too soon out here, okay? I keep a running list, a tab of like unpopular beauty opinions in my phone. Sometimes I get a chance to actually like record my thoughts and put it on social media, but I haven't done it here on YouTube. So let's just, spill tea, like give all the commentary, the judgments, my thoughts on unpopular beauty opinions, or basically beauty opinions, beauty thoughts that I have. Before I get into all of this yapping, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and follow at Nubelease on all social media platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, Nubelease.com, of course, and here on YouTube. First, unpopular beauty opinion. I do not feel like I'm going to miss out on Ulta Beauty World. Let me explain. I know that it was like a huge thing last year and really became a huge, huge, huge thing and a controversy this year. And beauties were all over trying to get into Ulta Beauty World. There was a big snafu with how many tickets there were, who got tickets, all of that. I don't believe in any of the only influencers got tickets to Ulta Beauty World, but I do think that it was sort of mismanaged in, hyping it up to the umpteenth degree and then being shocked that so many people wanted to go and knowing what size venue they were going to have, which was like 4,000 people could go or something like that, and hundreds of thousands were trying to get tickets. The fact that there was also, or there is going to be a big cheer competition at the same time, there was going to be limits to this, but they didn't really make that very widely known, and they didn't really prepare for it. They meaning Ulta Beauty. Anyway, I say my unpopular opinion is that I don't feel like I'm going to be missing out on Ulta Beauty World anymore. As a matter of fact, I had decided a few weeks before that I wasn't going to try to go. Whereas last year I was 100% I am going to Ulta Beauty World. I don't want to miss it. I just changed my feelings towards it because I realized that I wanted to be there to be in the know, on the front lines. I wanted to vlog it. I wanted to have the big packages to unbox. And I was just you know what? I don't need to spend that much time and money to be in the in crowd. That's a lot of time and effort and money to go to something just to be there to experience it. I want to step away from that. I've got other things I can do. There are other ways to connect with other beauty lovers, to, experience brands. There's tons of ways to experience brands on a closer basis with all the virtual and digital events that go on with brands on their own platforms, on Sephora, Ulta, in-store beauty events. There's opportunities to connect with brands, connect to beauty lovers that don't cost thousands of dollars by the time that you travel there, get a hotel, outfits, maybe some digital additional things you need, batteries, a camera, whatever you need, and then also getting all those things back, having all of those products. I was just you know what, I think I'm just gonna skip out on it. But I do see why it was so upsetting to other beauty lovers. But you have to kind of think about it, what was really your point for going? Because if it's connection, there's other ways to do connection. If it was about products, there's other ways to get products or experience new products. There is some other way that you can get whatever it was that you were hoping to get from Ulta Beauty World. I won't be there and I'll be following it, of course, but I'm good. Unpopular beauty opinion. Full-time beauty creators are not consumers. They are in the business of advertising and marketing. I'm saying this because I have them in my phone. Yeah, so I wrote this because I was I think people are not understanding what being an influencer is from a business perspective. We understand culturally from the beauty community what we feel influencers are, beauty influencers are, but truly what they are is advertising and marketing for a brand and product. I think that's really why people are upset when they see that the content creator influencer, because I want to make sure I'm saying the right language. I know some people don't feel like influencers are content creators and, all of that, but really what they're there to do is promote and show how beautiful a product is, how it sits on the skin, the color, the glow, play up all of the positive parts of a product. And I really feel that when they speak to those things, they are telling the truth. It will look beautiful. The colors are nice. The feel on the skin as they're applying it, I feel like they're telling the truth. They're telling you what they see and what they feel. The problem is that the beauty community started with this idea of honesty and review. So it wasn't just that like, oh yeah, this is a pretty pink. Yes, it is a pretty pink. How does that pink look over time? How does it pair with other products? What is the longevity? How is the packaging holding up? You know, those sorts of things are not things that influencers can really talk about because they're usually using it very early on or have only used it for a few days or, you know, may have said more than they should, and then the brand comes back and tells them to change it because it's an advertisement, not a review. Like there's all sorts of things. And I think that once you accept the idea that an influencer, a full-time influencer, is there to promote and hype up a product and hype up the beautiful, wonderful, positive aspects of the product, you can kind of like separate yourself and maybe find creators or support people who you feel actually give reviews versus like positive advertisement. There are some times where a influencer kind of goes back to their creator mode and will tell you some of the not so hot things about a product, but that's typically only once it's been widely accepted amongst the influencers that this product has that particular default, if that makes sense. So like you'll sometimes see a product be like universally not liked on social media from influencers, but that's because it's like safe to do it. Safe to say like, oh, this product is muddy, it looks too orange, blah, blah, blah. Like once it's been said by so many people, then it's like safe to go ahead and say that. But otherwise, they're just going to promote it as they are being paid to, and that's that. I don't think that they're lying though. When you say that this product is beautiful in this way, I feel like they're telling the truth. It's just the point is to play up the good parts and not say any of the bad parts. I wrote this down a long time ago. Unpopular beauty opinion. OG products, Holy Grail hero products are not overrated. They were just the first of their kind, and now the industry has caught up, making it a standard. I saw some like chatter online from younger people on TikTok, and these weren't creators. It was like some young girls talking about a product, but they weren't like influencing. They were just kind of like doing their makeup and having fun. And one had mentioned a product, and I can't remember if it was Benefit or I want to say it was a Benefit product. And they said like, oh, this is so overrated. And I thought it was so interesting because I was like, my immediate response was like, oh, you think it's overrated because baby, you weren't there when it came out. You weren't there when the innovation was happening and why it became a holy grail that was then mimicked by other brands. I think that's really where we're at now. Like once Summer Fridays did that glossy balm, now everyone has one, and it is in the best interest of a beauty brand to do that. But that's why it's so commonplace. Once an innovation happens and it actually takes over, you will see it be adopted by so many other brands. And that used to be taboo, like in the beauty community space. The beauty industry doesn't care about copying. Let's keep that clear because the big wigs at the top, like that's what they do. They have these big conglomerates that have tons of brands. They have essentially the same product amongst all of their brands. But I think within the beauty community, like the consumers used to feel like, oh, if this is a dupe of another product, that's a bad thing. Like the duping was like very taboo around that beauty guru time. Once we got closer to 2018-19, we started to see a lot more dupes, and then e.l.f. just took it all the way there. Well, really ColourPop first, then e.l.f. just took it all the way there, and dupe is all we're getting now. But I think it is interesting that like there are products that were OG Holy Grail products that younger consumers or people who sort of entered the like beauty community maybe after 2018 started to wear makeup more, started to talk about skin and wear more skincare 2020 or post that time. Like their ideas of like what is overrated and what isn't is really based on like when they entered the beauty space. But that does not speak to the fact that like some of these products were literally the first of their kind. The way that it had been done before just wasn't as good. The shades weren't as good. The packaging may not have been as good. Like the OGs are OGs for a reason. Just because you weren't there because you was a baby don't mean it wasn't really like hitting. Unpopular beauty opinion, micro and small and UGC creators are becoming more of a problem when it comes to shilling products, almost more than big creators. Now, that is quite a statement, but I really feel like this more and more, that when we're talking about the idea of like shilling products and advertising and stuff like that, like part of the problem is that I think as being a part of the beauty community, we're not seeing the job as advertising and marketing, and that's to me what it is. And the other side of it is that there are so many creators that are doing the shilling that it starts to look like all creators are bad. And I think specifically right now, I'm seeing more, at least from like my view, small, micro, and UGC creators are the ones that are like making it even worse. Bigger creators are going to show how a product is beautiful and like how it looks amazing. I think that UGC creators a lot of time and small creators, micro creators are doing even less than that by just showing the product and saying it's wonderful. I've seen so many like TikTok shop creators, like I said, UGC creators that just show a product and it's just implied that it's beautiful. They show how glistening and glossy and colorful a product is with these beautiful imageries, beautiful cinematography that I have seen, and I just know they're not getting paid. I know that some of them are not getting paid at all. Some of them are getting paid little to nothing. It's just beautiful, like what they create, and I don't think that they're getting what they deserve. So I almost feel like they shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Like make these brands hire someone on staff to do the beautiful work that y'all are doing, because good Lord, the UGC creators will create something so gorgeous and so beautiful, but also it doesn't tell you anything about the performance of the product. It will show how beautiful it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? UGC creators show how beautiful a product is. At least the influencers will tell you it's beautiful and show it to you. And then like the small and micro creators will just tell you, and a lot of times don't even show it. They just be like opening it up. How many times have you seen somebody on a video open up a gloss and be like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I love it. Girl, are you serious? You did not even apply it. I have no idea. I don't even know what it looks like. Like it's to the point where it's like, we didn't even show it. And I think a lot of the problem is that if you are a UGC creator, hopefully you're getting paid and compensated the way that you should be for doing that amazing work, that visual work. If you're a big creator, of course, if you're full time, then you're making money on it. The small and micro creators are doing it for the chance and the hope that they can work with a brand later, get on a PR list. A lot of them are working with third-party apps and websites to be sent the products, and they're incentivized to just show it, to say that it's wonderful, not even to use it, but just to show it in a way. And I think there's a little bit of desperation in that category because you want to have the chance of becoming a full-time creator. You want to have the chance of having a good relationship with this brand or this company that sent you the product for review. And I'm not seeing a lot of actual use of the product or review of the product. We already know with the TikTok shop people, they really don't even be using it at all. They'll just show you. They'll just open something up and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is what it does. Close the product. That's it. Like they will just tell you it is the best thing since sliced bread, but they ain't even sliced no bread. Like just don't even use it. You'll never see it again. It's just about the selling. On that same note, unpopular beauty opinion, y'all want extremes. And that's why you see people going so hard, using really extreme language, showing really extreme imagery to get popular. If we, all of us, the beauty community, really started to promote this idea of like nuance, explanation, a little bit longer videos, I think that we could come back to understanding products and really making better decisions. It seems like no matter what the beauty content is, whether it's hair, nails, makeup, skin, if it's showing an extreme before and after, if it's if you can edit it in a way that looks extreme, if you can use extreme language like super beautiful, like amazing, I'm obsessed. If you can do all of that, that gets more attention than saying, you know what, I like this, but it's not as good as what I already have. Oh, you know what, this product was okay. It was okay. I think that it did a good job, but not as much as I was expecting. Or, you know what, this is good, I like it. Like just being normal. If you were just normal about it, you won't get as many views. You won't have as much incentive. It may not be what actually helps you grow. It's about extremes. If you show extreme imagery, say extreme things, if you're loud, all of that wins. And the more and more that we like engage with that, the more and more we'll get, because it'll tell these algorithms that this is what it likes. And then we sit back and say like, we tired of people yelling. Why y'all so loud? Why is it so extreme? Why are y'all faking before and after? It's like, it's because it worked. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe I am seeing it different, but you let me know, what unpopular beauty opinions do you have? And I hope that I was making sense, because I'm just speaking off the cuff in whatever I have in my phone. So follow at Nubelease on all social media platforms. Follow me here on YouTube, and maybe I'll be back with another one, as long as y'all don't fry me in the comments and then all of a sudden it becomes a thing. Bye.